bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel, and happy Pride Month, everybody. This month for my TBR for the last 2 years, I believe, I have done a Reading My Rainbow. This is where I pick books off of my shelf that all align with the Pride flag. I do use the current updated Pride flag that includes the trans flag and people of color in the colors. So I have, I think, about 12 books here, I think is how many there are now. And yeah, I just basically pick a book. I try to stick with stories that do involve characters who would celebrate Pride or fall under the communities that are represented by the Pride flag, or authors that are queer. Promote them, talk about the stories, see if they are a kind of like, is the character who's gay there just for the, you know, diversity bingo card, or is it because it's genuinely a story about them and their sexuality, or are they just a character who happens to be gay or queer or what have you. So that being said, let's talk about the books that I am reading this month, because we haven't done this in a long time. Starting things off, let's do the trans flag. Now for the flag, I have seen this color used a lot. I picked the Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. Now this has a Stonewall Honor book. This is about, I think, I want to say, Monty. I was going to say Percy. Is going on his grand tour before he assumes his position as like lord over a manor. But he, I believe, yes, his best friend and secret crush is Percy. So Monty is gay, and that's talked about a lot in this book, but it also covers disability or chronic illness representation, because I believe that Monty has epilepsy. So that's in here as well. This book gets a lot of praise for its rep, and I want to see for myself how good it is. And also, I just finished Bridgerton season 2, so this kind of historical fiction is calling my name right now. For the pink in the flag, I decided to go with a graphic novel. This is The Girl from the Sea. This is written by a gay author, as well as being a story that is sapphic. So it is a female romance, but she is a Selkie, so I guess it's still female, but kind of also female creature romance. I actually already read this and really liked it. This is a very sweet story of our main character, Morgan, who is coming to terms with her sexuality. And Morgan is keeping her sexuality a secret. It talks a lot about keeping her friends separate from her family and keeping who she truly is separate from both of those things, because she wants to keep her sexuality and who she is to herself. And eventually it kind of catches up to the point that she can't really do that anymore. This one was a really quick read. It's based in summer, so right now it's kind of the perfect time to read it. And I would recommend this book as a middle grade, because it doesn't talk about anything too graphic or get too into, you know, the traumatizing parts about figuring out who you are and who you're attracted to. But it's very sweet, and I think kind of is a good discussion starter for people who are, you know, 15, 14, kind of figuring out themselves. For white, I chose another historical fiction. I mean, can you call it historical fiction? It's only the 60s, so I don't know that that counts. But it's Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book has been hyped and talked about so much on BookTube, and I'm not sure if there is any sort of, you know, representation in here. I think it's mostly about Daisy and Billy. But who knows? It is set in the 60s. So I want to read this on audio. I want to listen to it because everyone says it's amazing because it's a full cast. But maybe I will just read it. I'm not quite sure. But yes, I'm finally going to get around to Daisy Jones and the Six. Now let's talk about our main rainbow. So our Roy G. Biv colors. Starting off with red, I'm going to be listening to Where Dreams Descend. I only have this on audio. I don't have it physically. I have heard that this is a mix between Caraval and The Greatest Showman. I enjoy both of those, so I'm hoping that it is as good as people say it is. Some people really don't like it because they said the writing was too flowery and hard to follow. So maybe me listening to it on audio is a good thing. If I like it, I'll get it physically. If I don't, then no harm, no foul, right? So that is going to be my red book. Again, not sure if there's any sort of rep in that book. There may be. I haven't heard anybody mention it specifically. So I know it's not the main characters, but it could potentially be a side character. For my orange book, I am reading People Meet Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. I really enjoyed beach reads, so I got this one from Book of the Month. This book follows a friendship Poppy and Alex, they have been friends forever. They go on vacation together, and then I believe one of them confesses that they like each other, and basically they haven't spoken since. Like, it kind of ruined the friendship because one of them didn't know how to take it. But now they are going on a 1-week trip to try and fix their friendship. And if not, they will go back to not speaking. So it is a romance, so I'm assuming that they get together in the end, but it sounds like a really fun concept. We always hear about enemies to lovers and friends to lovers, but this is kind of friends to enemies to lovers. So we'll give this a read. For my yellow book, I'm continuing a series that I started a long time ago, and that is the Well Played, Well Matched, Well Met series, and I'm going to be reading Well Played. This is about Stacy, who is the one side character at the Ren Fair in Well Met, and she is finally getting her love story. I do believe, in my mind, Stacy is plus size, but I don't know that that is true or not. In my head, she is. But yeah, she is going out and trying to find herself a person, a companion. I don't really know a whole lot about this. Just know that it carries on the series, so we'll see how I feel about it. Next, let's see, we have green is the next color, and I am finally trying to get around to Mexican Gothic. This is a Gothic horror story about a girl who gets a letter from her cousin that thinks her husband is, her like brand new husband is trying to poison her. And she goes, and I think it's kind of like the house kind of seems like it's its own character. But there's a lot of intrigue, a lot of mystery, and obviously, you know, Gothic horror. For my blue book, I know this book has a character in it that is gay because it is the youngest of the 4 sons. And that is the Hawthorne Legacy. Big fan of the Inheritance games. Really like that book. So I'm finally continuing on in the series. So this will be my blue book. It could be kind of purple. I'm saying it's blue because I have a different purple book. But this one just continues the Hawthorne mystery. This is the second book out of the 3 in the series. And where we left off, we were really left on a cliffhanger with the mystery and finding out that there is a whole lot more going on here than we thought. We also have this kind of love triangle going on. So this is just Knives Out 2.0 for YA. It gives me truly devious vibes as well. And I really enjoyed that series. So hopefully this one lives up to the hype because the final Gambit is coming out soon, or like just came out, and I want to get that and read it. For my purple book, I actually have 2 because I'm finishing reading The Bone Witch. I'm listening to it on audio this time and definitely not enjoying it as much as physically reading it, but I don't have the time to devote to reading a book that thick right now. But The Bone Witch is about Tia, who is, or Taya, I think they call her Taya in the audiobook, which is how I initially read it, but then other people said it differently. But it's Taya. She is becoming a bone witch, and it goes through basically her training. But the book actually has a ton of rep in it. Ren Chapaco wrote characters that are, there is a lesbian relationship, there is a non-binary character, and they explore that pretty deeply about what it means to be a non-binary person in this fantasy world. You know, they may even be trans, but I think just in this book they are considered non-binary. And learning, you know, are they gay? Who are they attracted to? And how they want to be perceived by the world, and doing things that this like grand council doesn't approve of because it's only for women, but dressing like a woman and doing, you know, kind of these traditional things in drag. So it's a very interesting part of the story, and it takes up a good middle chunk of the book and becomes very important in the second and third books. So I highly recommend that series as a whole for having some pretty great rep in it. And also as another purple book, just because I like to stress myself out with my TBR, I have Pandora Gets Vain. This is one that I have been trying to get through. It's a series I started so many years ago, and this is the second book. This one, Pandora and her friends are traveling through ancient Greece, trying to put all the sins that she let out of the box, like Pandora's box, back in the box. So she already has jealousy in there. Now she has to get vanity back in there. Finally, for my black and brown books, I have two different genres here. So for my brown book, I picked House of Furies by Madeline Rue. This is I think she wrote the Asylum series as well. This one is about a boarding house for misfit people. And I think it becomes kind of like a murder house situation. I think it's a little bit horror. It's a little bit scary, spooky. There's some pictures in here like that look like this. So I think it's a little bit of a horror. So we're going to give that a shot. But my last book is The X-Hex. This one I still don't know a lot about, even though a lot of people have talked about it. Never mix vodka with witchcraft. Like just the ex that she has hexed comes back into her life. I think it's kind of like Bewitched almost. Like that's the vibe that people have said it has. Kind of cute, different relationship. But I don't know much about this, but it's a short one too. So that is it for me today, and I will see you guys in the next one.